Okay, I am recording. One, two, three. Hello, my lovely emperors. Is Wendy.co here, and welcome back to my channel. And today I am playing Record of GrayPine, and this is a visual horror novel game, and I am excited to click play. And if you haven't seen if you wanted to check out any other videos that I did, you can check out the videos on my channel right now. I have other visual novels I played, and I was scrolling by and I stumbled upon this one. There is some warnings. I will probably put the warnings right here, right now, or at the beginning of the video, or maybe it might show up when I click play. And also, yeah, I'm excited. Also, if you haven't seen, I actually posted another video when I play Home is Where He Is. I did post another video of that one, so if you want to go check out for yourself, you can go check that out yourself, and I highly recommend for you. And also, if you want to play this game for yourself, the link to the game will be in the description down below. And love you guys. Let's get into it. Play. Oh, in my county government department of information document of digital systems. Okay. Access limited. Please input to your first name. Winnie. Next. Please input your last name. Co. Select your preferred pronouns. She, her. You are now logged in. Thank you for using our GOPS. GPOS. What was that? It's a quick menu. Feta entry unlocked. What's this? Okay, I think this was. Okay, I guess. Oh, year 2000. You groan softly, stretching your upper body in exhaustion. After hours of mindless typing and input the documents into the old OS system. Let me turn this down. The OS system, your muscles ached in protest. You arrived at Greypine Natural Park under the terms of government placement program, escorted more by paperwork than people. It sits far from civilization, its buildings wore down by the weather, and time rather than reinforced against threatened. Radios cuts in and out, internet access is limited, unreliable. Some areas have no signal at all. Orientation is brief, protocol and oddly gentle. You shown where to sleep, where to clock in, and where to trails are off limits without expectation. It's been a week, then another, and somehow you still don't have a proper role or position in the visitor center. Jeez, this sounds like a boring behind job. Just task handed to whoever doesn't say no fast enough. My chocolate melted. Bro, not to mention the way you've been sleeping, fitful, restless, etc. A great way to start the day. And today marks the 17th anniversary of Greypine County's infamous missing children case. Authorities once again stress that there is no evidence of foul play despite rewind public interest. You ignore the broken radio for what feels like a bunch of hundred times. It's almost too Syrian. You close your eyes, inhaling the scent of pine and age wood, something that probably has been here longer than you have. Oh gosh. Can I open this, please? I hate it here. I quit. My chocolate! I should have ate it more in the car. Boo! Ah! You nearly fell off your chair. Clutching your chest, you jerked your head up, irritated flashing across your face. A small pout settles in as you glared up at the carpet. Oopsies! Didn't think you'll get that startled. Startled is far too close, and one of the coworkers, Liam Baring, though he calls himself Lenny because it's cuter or something. He dressed in his usual casual clothes, sweater threads sticking out everywhere. His bangs obscured his eyes, obscured his eyes, but you know that the mischief glint is there, fixated on your misery. Tilting his head a little, he leans in even closer before brushing out a laugh. Gosh, you're so adorable with that expression. I should have bought Benny's camera. From the distance, you catch a faint scent of herbs clinging to him. Right. Don't you have work to do other than jump scaring your coworkers? Liam Huns, I figure asking him something incredibly complex. As far as you remembered, his indoor staff is informant and occasionally a tour guide through the Greypine rarely gets visitors. So it's not usual for this resident to be wandering freely without a uniform. Not that he'll ever wear one anyway. Silly look at the clock. It's lunchtime, unless you want to get what? Really? You whipped your head towards the wall clock, stunned as if it might be lying. The minute has reset comfortably past noon. You haven't realized how focused you were wrestling with ancient computers and all. Oh, so much for just one more file. Your stomach twists right in the queue, deeply offering, but you ignore it. See, told ya. Let me drink this liquid chocolate now I have. He pushes himself off the counter, stretching dramatically. If you keep skipping meals, you're going to pass out, and then I'll have to get blamed tragedy. Not to mention, you'll need energy tonight. Vaccine day and all. And you know how Captain Cold is. You chuckle at the painful nickname. I doubt that. He complained more about the name than anything. Wow, no faith. He grins anyway. Come on, canned food waits for no one. If it's actually good. Don't complain. When it's free, you should be used to it by now. 1 week isn't enough for me. You shrug and push your chair back, the old leg screeching against the floor. As you stand, the monitor emits a soft beeping while shutting down. The file's safe to say. Run on! What's taking you so long? Yikes! Alice is here. Liam immediately scoots aside, making room for the taller man approaching the counter. I asked you to call for Co. 10 minutes ago. What on earth were you doing? You straighten instantly at the stern, yet oddly calming voice. Alan Morgan, an unofficial head of the visitor center, is now in front of you. His country uniform is uneven from the soles of your eyes catch onto two white strand threads through it, matching the pale lashes framing his uh, what? He is the one who kind of makes you do the desk job. The others react quickly, already familiar with how this works. You hesitate just long enough for the choice to be made for you. Honestly, you weren't that butthurt about it yet. Those eyes lingers on you, slow and unreadable, before he finally looks away. Ah, save me, Winnie! Alan crosses his arms, clearly immune to the tactics. We don't have time for this. I still have several topics and I want to discuss over lunch. They're important. Topics? I'd rather explain everything at once. Oh, and here I thought you wanted to be social butterfly. Or maybe hugging Winnie to yourself. Watch your words. I'm simply looking after her. There is still training, safety protocols, and several procedures to cover. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, let's eat already. Oh my gosh, we gotta do work while eating, bro. Liam skips off down the hall, leaving you alone with Alan. Ma- Monogrammy, just Alan. Sorry, Alan. Get back to school. He walks away before you could say anything else. This isn't working. A dull ache pushes through your upper arms. Familiar, you rolled your shoulders automatically. Last week has been long. Thinking about it leaves you feeling strangely lost. I saw that sticky note. This is a nice looking building, and sadly, my melted chocolate. You step in the cafeteria trying. Oh my goodness. You step into the cafeteria, a tray in hand filled with warm up canned food, scanning the room out of habit, desperately knowing there won't be anyone else. In front of you is a long cafeteria table already occupied. Benjamin Blinkens, your roommate, sits slightly hunched over near the edge, fingers loosely wrapped around the plastic cup. Long gone cold. Okay. Benjamin. His dark brown hair falls messily into his head and red rimmed eyes that look like they haven't seen proper sleep in days. Ooh, who's she? Across from him is the Peckler siblings are locked in their usual exchange. I might fish for both. Mm-hmm. What? I'm butchering these names. Palomina leans heavily onto the table, creaks pressed against the surface, dark red violet hair slipping over the shoulders of her purple turtleneck in the ranger uniform. There's a sharpness to her posture, sharpness to her posture to the way her eyes tracked her little brother. Are you prepared to strike back with a remark if he steps out of line? So, I'm about to call you Sonny. Sonny, meanwhile, looks entirely unbothered. Suntan skin, blonde hair pulled back just enough to reveal the dark brown scar crawling along the right side of his face. His eyes doesn't seem to settle on a single corner, brown near the lid, then fading into the green below, like it's never quite decided what it wanted to be. A small beard frames on his face as he signs exaggerated exhaustion. Ugh, I can't believe it took me almost 2 weeks to get that stupid video player working again. My skills must have gone rusty or something. At least we can get the newbie to watch a proper training tape. You make it sound like if it's informational. Didn't we learn the hard way? You learned it the hard way. And I do not want to be informed about how you got your cool scar again. Thank you. What about Ben? You never complain. Yeah, because he wasn't annoying and didn't make his entire personality, and he never brings it up unless you started it. I, I shared facts when it's relevant. I'm not interesting enough to brag about anything anyway. Okay. Wait, got him! You haven't even noticed Alan lingering right behind you. Trey already filled was standing there longer than necessary, like he has been waiting for something to line up. Hello to you, say something. Oh. Mm-hmm. Like he's been waiting for something in line to line up before moving. Okay. Or that he is literally waiting for you to pick a seat. Okay. Let's see over here. Alright, I'm done eating my melted chocolate. Okay. My hands are sticky now. 6 people total is quieter, and then anyone who would expect. No background chatter, no TV noise, just a hum of old folks and appliances. Wow, still depressing. Love that for us. Keep the energy. Lim casually joins Ben's side, peeking the brunette food before fake gagging at it and earning a pout from Ben and a chuckle from Pamela. A bit more, I think we're in one of those horror TV shows or something, judging by our canned food. Man, bro, don't jinx it. Everyone looks so startled. Your expression is quickly caught by the cunning past fit. He chuckles before waving you over in excitement as if he didn't see you a few minutes ago. Come on, sit. We don't bite. Speak for yourself. Really emotionally. Oh, I do want to sit with her. But also, wait, who's Liam? Wait, I don't remember people's names anymore. Hold on. Who's Liam? I don't. Wait. Okay, wait, no. Liam's the one in green, and she is in. We got to get to know everybody, you know. So I'm trying to grab my computer charger right now. Don't fall, computer. I need you. I need your computer. Don't follow me. Because y'all don't see, my screen went dark. Let's sit next to Liam. You sit beside Liam. He beams like he just won something. He immediately leans closer, whispering into your ear. Knew you like me. He's so close, you brief worry that he might actually bite your ear. Oh wow, is this a workplace romance already? Hey, what? I'm just stating facts. Very corny. Why, want one? An unimpressive glare is sent his way, making him back off with a grin. Don't make it so emotional and conspiracy. Complant. Alan only averts his gaze before properly sitting down at the table beside Pamela. There, though, no matter where you sit, tension still coils in your shoulders. You should have warmed up to this by now, but somehow you haven't. You quietly start digging into your food, poking at it more than actually eating it. Your thought races, trying to find a way to slide naturally into the conversation. This food sucks. I hate canned food. Beggars can be choosers. I am this chooser. To forging random stuff outside. If you dare go ahead, I'll prepare the coffin. And I will eat everything that's left. Good, 0 A's. Plus, we get all the hog to the new supplies next delivery while you're crying over canned corn. Figures. You wanted to say something, anything, but your inner voice has already listened to every possible way you embarrass yourself. Thankfully, Alan clears his throat. May I have everyone's attention? The sound alone is enough to snap everyone's attention back into place. You lift your gaze from your tray. Alan's expression is serious, eyes sharp as they swept across the table before briefly settling on you. I know we already went through a lot this morning. Clearing trails, checking damages from yesterday's storm. But we have two main problems. First, the radio towers. One of them appears to have been cut an hour or two ago. Even if the main tower is still standing, the relay may be fried. And even if the relay is fine, the main tower could have lost alignment. There are two radio towers? Leo shifts in his seat, already leaning forward before Alec can respond. Yeah, the main tower northwest, relay tower further northeast. Those things are older than a turtle. If one goes down, the other usually follows. Normally, Alan and Sony handles it, but after the storm like that, yeah, I can see why they want that one company. Alan clears his throat louder this time. Thank you for the interruption, Brian. Brian? Very informative. Love the Sass King. Then I'll join you, little brother. Have been anyone, but, oh well. Dush. Next on the list, beckons. You requested assistance? Yeah. I tried to clean up the recovery, but what I could get yesterday's storm was very sudden and, oh, wait, it was very sudden and harsh. It's kind of trashed the whole garden. I think we should need to start from scratch. Sounds like a jump. Skylar can respond. A voice cuts through the room. It echoes faintly from the distance of the front hall. Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Honey, maybe they're busy. Don't shout. Oh, right. Sorry. Well, aren't I lucky today? Sorry, Benny. Looks like I'm getting company at the worst possible time. Might need a hand too. Who knows? Maybe it's the tourist group. Right after the storm, that's odd. Hopefully they're all camping isn't allowed. Then here's how we handle this. I'll head to the radio tower with the pecklers. And that takes priority. Have to listen to you again. Lycans continue salvaging the samples you can. We'll inform the state about the delay in sending the samples after the tower's fix. Okay. Brian, you are not skipping this. And Yuko, you will not be idle. The room goes quiet. They're waiting for you to choose first. You decide. What? Okay. Why do I need to help this man do his job? I'm joking. Um. Okay, I like all these characters already. Especially her over there. All right. So we can either help Ben, help Liam, or help Alan. Out of everybody so far, I'm actually liking Alan. Like, he's at the top. I'm liking Alan a lot, so I might help Alan. So let me save this, and then we'll come back for this important decision later. Help Alan. You never really had the chance to explore the park. Something about the forest keeps tugging you at you. Helping them out with this feels like killing two birds with one stone. You really do need some fresh air. And honestly, watching the forest rangers work sounds a lot more interesting than filing reports and answering radios. You didn't. What was that? You're not slick. Yo, I hate when. Yo, yo, load, load. Yes. Wait, what just happened? Load? Oh, it didn't save? No, what the flip-a-doodle? Alright, alright. I don't know why it did not save. Yes. Yes. Have Alan. Hopping then feels like killing two birds with one stone. You really need some fresh air. And honestly, watching the rainforest sounds like a really trendy feeling reports and radios. You didn't come here to feel the. Oh, you didn't come here to do their problem. Whoa. What does that mean? Okay, wait, I did not see what half of this though. Maybe you could try something new. Okay. Maybe to get to know your soda coworkers better, and two of the living siblings that never seem to run out of energy. I want to go with you, if that's okay. His eyes lighten briefly before settling back into their usual calm, but his gaze lingers on you longer than necessary, as if he's restraining something. Of course, I think it would be better if we go in pairs rather than triplets. We are already behind on fixing the towers. If we split up alone and someone gets hurt again, that's more time lost. Besides, you really look like you want to see what's in this park. Oh, so it was obvious. But we also came for something else. Suspicious. And also, I need my hand sanitizer. I'm sick and tired of my hands being sticky. ASMR. I'm joking. Where my mouse at? Heat creeps on your cheeks, embarrassment curling in your chest. Sorry, I'll try not to get in the way. Before you can dwell on it further, Palma slings a arm around your shoulder, pulling you close without warning. At at the same time, Sony reach over and ruffles your hair into something that's verily represent a bird nest. You're thinking too much. Oh, you're thinking too much. Love the energy you have, maybe. Maybe in the future I might start calling you a veterinary instead. That just makes her sound old. That does. Leon speaks while Ari steps backwards, boots shuffling against the ground. He's halfway turned like he retreats and fully leaves. His smile falters just a little bit, barely noticeable. Anyway, I'm going now. Not skipping my work, I swear. And I thought I would get to spend time with Winnie. Next time, next time, next time. When I do a rerun, we will do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. If I do a rerun, we'll do that. I promise you. You being the first one picked. Liar. 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 I'm saying this right now because I know in the future recording I'm not going to do that. Liar. Liar. Nearby, Ben offers you a small, awkward smile. His eye flicks towards you, then quickly away. Me too. Good luck, guys. Returning before dinner. Return before dinner. Get everything heated up in advance. Thank you, Venkins. We will. After a brief glance at Sonny, his eyes settle on me. I think I heard that the V's player's fixed. I should bring Code to check on it first. He blinked. How did he even hear that far? How did he hear that from this far back? Wasn't like he wasn't behind you that moment. No one else questioned it though. Maybe he just had a better hearing than most usual. Yeah. We got some spare time anyway. Ugh. No need to rush it, right? Took 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 too long, honestly. Sony and I will be waiting outside then. And don't get too scared, newbie. It's kind of graphic. Don't exaggerate it. The siblings exchange a look. Both of them will only grin wide and unreadable before heading off to get ready. The room feels quieter once everyone's gone. Alan settles there for a moment, staring blankly ahead. Come, follow me. Red lap, please. Oh, Bryan Park County. Sorry. I'm scared because I'm scared about the music. I don't know if I'll get copyright for this music. Maybe play a little bit. No. Oh, Fanta entry unlocked. That scares the crap out of me. What just happened? Wait. Uh-huh. What's this? Deliverance? What? Greypine County! For initial uses only, playback errors are normal.
Welcome to the Greypine National Park training video. In this tape, we will be introducing the various types of fauna that may be encountered within park boundaries. For ease of documentation and reporting, these entities will be collectively referred to as derivatives. A classification first, established in 1981. Derivatives are organisms or occurrences that originate from a known biological or environmental baseline, but have since diverged in form, function, or behavior. The cause of derivation remains unconfirmed and is currently under active research. If you encounter a suspected derivative outside of your assigned role or clearance level, contact Park Control immediately. Do not attempt independent handling or documentation. All derivatives are organized into three primary categories, as well as three danger levels.
Mm-hmm.
All staff assigned to Graypine National Park are required to receive the derivative exposure vaccine,
Yep.
DEV, prior to field deployment. The DEV is designed to reduce neurological side effects following derivative exposure, suppress abnormal sensory interference, delay onset of derivative, induced paranoia and hallucinations. The vaccine does not prevent death. The vaccine does not guarantee immunity. One initial injection upon assignment, followed by weekly injections for four consecutive weeks. Then booster shots are required every 6 months or immediately following confirmed exposure. Report immediately if you experience persist.
Oh. Hello.
Derivative plants are flora that exhibit altered physical structures and biological functions when compared to their baseline counterparts. One documented example is devil berries, a known derivative of the raspberry baseline. Devil berries closely resemble edible berries in color, size, and growth pattern. However, they are extremely toxic to humans and non-derivative animals. Consumption may result in hallucinations, acute paranoia, loss of spatial awareness, progressive organ failure. In
Dang.
high quantities, ingestion will result in death. Precautions. Derivative animals exhibit significant alterations in anatomy, cognition, and social behavior. One documented example is the cannibin, also referred to as the caniher. Cannibins are solitary organisms. Unlike their baseline species, they display cannibalistic feeding behavior, consuming members of their own kind upon detection. Notable traits: fully developed, sharp dentition consistent with predatory species, abnormally wide jaw structure, complete absence of ocular organs. Despite these traits, cannibals demonstrate effective navigation and hunting behavior through enhanced auditory perception. While aggressive toward their own species, cannibals show no documented hostility toward humans. They retain their baseline dietary habits until encountering their own kind, at which point derivative behavior overrides prior patterns. Similar derivative variants have been observed originating from typically docile baselines, including raccoons. Beavers. In controlled
Raccoons.
conditions, select individuals have been successfully kept as companions. Restrictions and handling guidelines. Do not introduce cannibals to other cannibals under any circumstances. Injured individuals must be isolated immediately. Removal from park boundaries requires authorization and documentation. Do not encourage imprinting behavior unless relocation protocols are active. Derivative phenomena.
Oh, it seems to. Oh, okay. Alright. I know we skipped some dialogue. That scared the crap out of me. It seems to. Found the culprit. He nudges to a loose tape behind the inside of the box. He's not need to play the lamp on song. Plastic casing is sparkling with the black tiny box wiggling and crawling alive. They ship beneath the clear shell and clustering along the ribbons of the case. Your skin crawls just looking at it. The chewers. They eat tapes, apparently named. The rest, they stay dormant. They bury between the ribbons layers. But once the tape warms up, they wake up. That's why it looks fine when you put it in, if that's what you're wondering about. Okay, let's turn the music down. Right there. I'm worried about the music for it to be copyrighted, but we'll see. That's what, okay. So it's already infested. Alan gives a short nod. Yes, which precisely why this room is scheduled for inspection. He's he exhales through his nose, irritated. A terrestrial building contained even from someone in as stoic as him. Brennan is responsible for cleaning this area. This room is supposed to be inspected every other day. Oh, but he didn't do your job. How incompetent! Clearly, that was neglected. The tapes are even right side up. He sounds mad. I probably should change the subject. Is there any way this can be fixed? Once the chewers settle in, the area of ribbons is compromised. Even if we remove them, the footage will be fragmented. Alice messages his temple slowly, and to read like he is groaning himself. Then he turns away, shoulders shift as if staying any longer. Peril and Sonny should be done preparing by now. Wait! He stops. He doesn't turn around at first. I just wanted to say thank you again. For what? For letting me go with you, and for not treating me like I just got in the way. His expressions barely change, but his eyes do. You don't. You don't get in the way. Naive. If I thought you were a burden, I would have ordered you to stay here. You should have known that. He turns away, composed, sliding back into his place. Let's go. They're waiting. You're not sure what exactly, but something about the way Alan's supposed to direct and certain subtly deeps in your chest. Warm enough that make you feel like maybe you belong here. Period. You must have been okay. Ouch. You must have been staying inside for too long, because the moment you step through the back door, the cold hits your full force. It's amazing how apparently Sony stands here like weather's perfectly normal. He sneezes. It's not friendly stare and shit. What? You? You sure you're okay? You could still change your mind. I'm sure Ben or Liam could use an extra hand. The offer sounds practically on the surface reasonable even. Still, it comes out a little too critical, a little too ready to get rid of you. Or that you were just thinking about it a little too much. Sony doesn't even like the type of way, even though before he says it, no thoughts, head empty kind of a guy. It probably wasn't that deep. I'm good. Probably the weather. It's kind of damp. Yeah, it's pretty damp now. You say it. You'll get used to it, newbie. Wow, my own sister just now figuring this out. Oh, can you not? I'm trying to behave for once. Look at Alan's face. Alan remains quiet, like a teacher waiting for their students to finally shut up. You all do. Check everything again. We're vaccinated. We're all done with this route a dozen times. No need for a map. Nothing out there is going to drop dead on us because we're missing one checklist item. That clearly upsets Alan, at least a little. But expression never changed, save for the quiet glare. That attitude is exactly how people get hurt. Go to go to the relay. I'll go with Co to the main tower. Whatever. Cool, Sonny. We're not tourists wandering off trail. We know what we're dealing with. It's just reptile hearing. That's every time. Alright, hero. Save the ego contest for later. He didn't say it for only you to hear. He glances at you, she glances at you, her expression is softening just a little. We're splitting past anyway. She gestures towards the narrow path branching off to the left. They disappear quickly into the thick bushes, sending a prickle of unease down your spine. But without a radio, how would you communicate? We got flares. Absolutely not. Flares are emergencies only. They attract attention. You know that. That's why we bring axes and not guns. Relax. One pop in the air isn't going to summon the forest. You don't know what will respond. You fix problem at the root, not when it's already happening. That's why we're vaccinated anyway. Did you get a stick up your ass today or something? So authoritative. The tension makes your chest tightens. Your body steps back on instincts. You don't know why, only feeling is familiar uncomfortable so. Okay, enough. This isn't helping anyone. How about we just get this over with? We can continue the pattern over dinner or something. You two are grown-ass adults. Don't make me say this. Especially you, Sonny. You're older than him, and he makes more sense than you. Sonny scoffs, but says nothing. Neither does Alan. Instead of his gaze flicker towards you, he looks almost unsettled. Then let's get to it. Alright. We'll do it clean. Back before sunset. Fallon meets your eyes and offers a small reassuring smile. We'll be back before you even miss us. You return in with a polite nod while she reaches for out and tugs Sonny's sleeve. Ouch, I got a headache. Let's go, you big doofus. Stop looking like a pouty child. With that, Pamela and Sonny finally leaves. Sonny lingers just a little longer to mutter under his breath, his voice fading as they disappear down the trail, as if anything has ever happened to us. He jinxed y'all! Oh my gosh, that's loud. He jinxed y'all, I'm calling it. He jinxed y'all. He jinxed y'all to the brim. Once they're truly gone, Alex swings slowly. A single breath steady himself. Let's move. You're not swallowing hard. Then you followed him, bracing yourself for whatever the trail holds. Let's go! Let's turn that down a bit, because now I'm worried about the, I'm worried about that it's really loud for y'all on this. The walk is quiet, except for the grave sounds of boots pressing into the damp path. You take in the scenery, half expecting anything to leap out from behind the trees. Hello? What's with this fast test? A diverted, a shadow, a mistake. Whoa. but so far it's just a mountain forest, the trees, the crowd, the crowd and all the sides. They're thick, their trunks thick and ancient bark slinkling into old rain and lichens. The fog clings lowering itself heavy and more moist, branches creaking softly above. Your skin pricks, every hair on your arm standing on the edge. Is this way scarier than you thought? Only place is long and steady, not rushed, but fast enough that you have to focus to keep up. Still, he's slowing slightly, just enough for your legs to catch up. You could tell he's listening, not just hearing, but listening alert for anything out of place. So how far is it from here? Precisely 2.64 miles. Whoa. Back and forth or just going there? Going there. You probably should have asked that earlier. Maybe you were too eager to be useful. You can still go back if you want. No, I'm not. Your voice comes out firmer than you expected, like you're standing on your ground, claiming your place beside him. Your eyes stay glued to the moist soil. You don't have to see his expression. My shoulder is not playing, but your eyes stay glued on the one. Oh, I read this. If there's if there's even whoa, if there's even one beyond that untold calm, you hear a skinny shriek from him, and he does it a lot. Noted. You walked a little further, boots squiggling on the damp blaze, skirted the path before Alan suddenly halts. The abruption of his stops makes you nearly bump into him. You steady yourself, breath catching as you gaze drop towards where he's looking. Oh, what is this entry thing? Pressed deep into the mud are tracks, massive, impossible large hoof prints, far bigger than any deer you've seen in the field guide. Their shaped edges and intricate crisp as if made only moments ago. The pattern within the hooves is strange, almost like the wolves of the fingertips sprawled and rigid. Before you can ask, he answered the question already forming in your head. Recent tracks. From a threaded deer. A threaded deer? A diverted of deer. Its antlers grows like roots, like the ones in the tape. Its structure represents tightly packed threads, almost human-like eyes, some say. He moves again, but his hand doesn't leave the axe on his belt. You can hear your own heartbeat in your ears, ever extensively urging you to scan the shadows, to listen for the branches snapping or a breath that isn't yours. I can't tell if you're lucky or unlucky. Why? Category 11. So, medium or category 2? It's only classified as a category 2 due to the lack of data. Rare settlings and low encounter rates. You cut your bag a little tighter. You want to ask a dozen questions, but only one came out. What does it do? It can unthread its antlers. Use the fiber wires, which they are sharp enough to slice through predators. You nod, trying to steady your breathing. The forest feels suddenly enormous. Everything sounds imminent. Then what do we do? We can keep going. He gestures suddenly towards the trail. Just try to veer off path. It should likely move somewhere elsewhere. You just relax a bit. It won't attack unless startled. It shouldn't, and if anything happens, I'll get you out. The words land subtly that you almost missed them. You're not sure you heard Alan right. It throws you off, leaving your thoughts scrambling to keep pace with your heart. Alan turns away and continues walking. You can't see his face, but you do catch the faint red tilt on the tip of his ear. Did he really mean it, or maybe he's annoyed? I'm extra responsibility. It would have been strange if he thought that, even if I had said otherwise. Don't make that face. You look startled as he slow walks to beside you. It's better that you came. Really? Better than so on. Well, the bar must have not been that high. Was he always like that? Oh, sorry, excuse me. Reckless, oblivious, laid back to a fault. Discarded protocol precautions. Take your pick. This is one of the few times Paramel steps in. Normally, she watches us argue like we're children. My guess is she didn't want to see. She didn't want you seeing bad examples. I see. The air between you feels thinner somehow. The moment neither of you say anything, you thought that the conversation's over. Do you think Hugh was making sense earlier? You glance at him, searching for the reason behind the abrupt shift. But Alex's expression is already composed, focused on the passive head. The other question hangs heavy in the air. Did Sony make sense earlier? Okay, I'm trying to remember the conversation. I think I remember the conversation of Sony constantly keep saying like, we got guns, we're also missing one item. But knowing me and also like the people I was with, that one missing item that you may think it's like probably nothing can be extremely impactful later on and extremely important. And then he says we have flare guns, and like he said, knowing half of these variants can be extremely dangerous to people. So he's like, that's why we got axes, guns, and flare guns would actually draw attention. And he said that deer would not attack unless it's startled. So us having a gun would startle him. So I'm gonna say, I think he actually was kind of reckless. But I don't know, but I'm gonna say he kind of was reckless. No, he was being reckless. Freedom doesn't mean ignoring consequences. That's what I've been trying to explain. Risk isn't bravery, is just a conclusion. And sometimes he forgets that other people pay for the outcome. I don't enjoy being the strict one, but someone has to think ahead. I'm glad you see that. The smile comes as quickly as it disappeared. You never saw him quirk his lips in the slightest, not once. But it's not like that you're brave enough to bring it up again. Might as well be your imagination. The conversation trails off naturally. Neither of you argued further. The grave under your foot filled the space instead. It's not comfortable. if I s- if I see something pop out from this side, I'm screaming. I will. I should say something. I don't want to get it. I didn't want it to go too quiet again. You wonder if he's still thinking about what you said. Um, let's talk about himself. You want to talk about himself? You want to know about me? You nod, patiently waiting for his reaction or a lack of thereof. Dot. You sense that he's hesitating to say anything. You quickly backpedal on your curiosity. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That must have made you uncomfortable. No, it's fine. I was just thinking about what I should tell you without being too specific. Maybe, what do you like or enjoy what you like? I like animals in general. They are something we must protect. And with the diverted being a thing, of course, diverted hunting also becomes one of the problems. Why would people hunt them? I wonder, aren't they dangerous? That's why you became a forest ranger? Let's go with that. Your attention drifts again. You didn't mean to stare. You really didn't. You lean closer before you can stop yourself. Oh, his lashes are really I did not even notice that, by the way. His lashes are really white, so and so the red marks around the bottom of his eyes. But the white streaks partially grows against the darker strands, and his lashes are too pale, or they're pale too. It makes his eyes look sharper. You were actually stressed. You were extremely stressed at some point. What? I mean, I heard hair can turn white from stress. So I just thought, you think I stress that easily? I don't know. You do sigh a lot. Is it really natural if it's not from stress? It is. They definitely not mascara, or of course they're not. Why would he put on a white mascara every morning? And when the light it hits you right in the faint red tint, again the center of his pupils. Done examining me? Sorry. Does it bother you? No. You can touch if you want. Your brain stalls for a split second. What? You've been examining it like a a specimen. It wasn't always like this. Now this piqued your interest. You thought it was a general topic of thought of thing from how vague he was being. What do you mean? They used to be normal when it's normal, then something happened. I got off fine, but the attributes are parting gifts, I suppose. It must have been something tragic. I heard that it can cause random white streaks and still through. You, oh, you get the sense that if you push any further, you won't like what you find, so you don't pry any further. You talk about Ben. Let's talk about Ben. Benigus is a reliable and responsible man, although too sentimental at times. Is that a compliment? I think exhales too loudly. Not really. But that makes him push himself too harshly, like he's punishing himself. I try to make sure he eats and rests properly, and he's still improving. I hope it stays like that. Oh, I want to count on you to assist him if you can, vice versa. Of course I will. That means I am trustworthy. You do sound a bit like him now. Maybe being roommates kind of makes you copy them? Doubt that. If it were true, Marion would be a complete person by now. Alan's eyes twitched slightly. He exhales to calm himself down again. Just remind him to tone down on the coffee. It's not good for his health. Let's talk about Liam. He watches his face darkens a bit before quickly turning back to his stoic expression. It seems like mentioning his name in context gives him a high blood pressure all of a sudden. Brian is a liability at best. Minimum work done, lazing around at the center. He doesn't even consider cleaning the easiest work out of them all. Sounds like a lot. It is, especially when it went with the dorms. Clothes everywhere, unorganized papers he never finished, and the countless unspeakable things. Beckonus was lost, his mind about it at the center points. Good things he moves in with you. But I can't control everything, even if I want to. He is free. He's a free spirit. At least he's a good person who goes out of his way to help people who can't. Even if he doesn't get his main job done, his side missions is always a success, I suppose. What about you? What do you think of him? I actually like his company so far, how it is. He is a nice guy. I enjoy his company. Allah didn't say anything specific correction, but you did notice his hands tightens. I can guess. Oh, he does not like that. He is a lively individual, smoother talker, and flirtatious person at times. Though I can say only guess its tactic is to get what he wants. So be careful next time. He might be dumping his work on you. I would like to help if I could. Hmm. Don't be too kind to him. He might take advantage of that, and that might make your fragile worse. You already slept fully. Okay. Did you know? I saw everything. And you can't see Brian's eyes. That's that's really funny, actually, Gus. He does have some sense of humor. You managed to swallow it down, though. Don't ruin the atmosphere. Let's talk about the glitchy tapes. About the tape earlier, yes. There was some parts missing. Is it just blacked out right when it started talking about the handling protocols and the diverted phenomenons? My shoulder hurts so badly, guys. Old recordings discarded, and chewers must have gotten to them. That's that felt in what intentional. Chewers aren't random, especially if you haven't been maintained. They're feeling like a jab to Liam. The answer is technically correct, but it is far from filling your curiosity. So, what was on the missing part? Standard containment protocols, isolation, reporting, minimum emotional engagement. That sounds vague. It's meant to be. If you do, you won't need a tape to tell you. Why are we using the VSH tapes? Shouldn't there be backups, digital copies on the OS? There probably were before the place suddenly stopped receiving proper funding. Stopped? Maintenance budgets were cut years ago. Digital systems require service updates technologies. Those cost money. Metro tapes doesn't. You record it. Tape labeled it, put it on the shelf. It can sit there for 20 years and still work, unless something eats it. But if the tapes are important, why wouldn't they protect them better? Alan's quiet for a moment. Important information usually isn't kept somewhere this remote. So this place isn't important? No, in the way that you think. The facilities exist, so the public knows diverters are being handled. Besides, residence is cheaper, and then solutions for them. That's kind of depressing. It's practical. If something truly dangerous happens out here, a VHA won't won't be what saves you, so this should be a least of your concern. You didn't think he would talk at this much. Actually, it makes you less tense around him. The trail you two walked on feels less like a duty and more like a small hangout with friends. Another turn around the trail, the deeper you walk, the more unclear the path becomes, as if it was abandoned years ago. But Alec doesn't look back, bothered in the slightest. Oh, it's the deer. It's the deer. We gotta prepare. Ooh. We're scared. I'm scared, guys. It's the deer. Then suddenly Alan turns around abruptly. You don't even have time to react before your body is shoved sideways off the path. You trample petals scabbing against your skin. Wet sticks snap beneath you. Your uniform gets dirty instantly. Eh, not here. Not here, the other path. What? Not here, the other path. Maybe it was suffocating pain in that moment, including held breath. Maybe you caught his mutter. What? But the deer runs off in the opposite direction. Its footsteps fade into the distance. Oh, but the deer runs off in the opposite direction, but its footsteps fade into the distance. Then you open your eyes. Oh, sorry. You stare into each other's eyes. The world around you dissolves. All you see is him, his gaze oddly affectionate. Though it lasts only for a second, Ali quickly pulls away, standing up and looking elsewhere, visibly agitated. He holds his hand out for you to take it. You did as you pull yourself up. His hands is softer than it looks. Wow. Sorry. It's okay. You saved me. Right. I did. You can feel how equally embarrassed he is about it. It's it's a side you never thought he will show to anyone, let alone you. Are you hurt anywhere? You recovering from me? No, are you? Nothing more than a thud. Thud. This man using five freaking. He used the flare gun. No, no. The deer gets startled. A loud bang echoes through the forest. What was that? Flare gun. Follow me quickly. Something bad is happening. The clear opening abruptly at first thing you see is red. Where's your sister? Sony is kneeling on one knee, his right arm hanging on the unnatural angle. The thin thread legs runs across his forearms, too clean, too precise. Blood drips steadily from the two gashes. What happened? Threadbare, they charged at us out of nowhere. He sucks his breath as he tries to straighten. Alan quickly comes to his side, supporting the blond man. Despite the earlier disagreement, Alan doesn't hesitate to help Sony, and Sony doesn't protest insistent. Okay, so the flare gun was good. I will say this, the flare gun is good, but not the guns. Saying. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Don't move too fast. Where? Right side, I think it clipped the joint. Alan's hands pressed carefully along Sona's shoulder, upper arm. It's dislodged. Sony mutters something under his breath, but his intention immediately turns into fear once he knows what Alan is going to do. Breathe in. Huh? Hey, hey, what are you doing? Breathe. Oh! Oh! Owie, owie, owie! Ow! Sony inhales sharply, and the testimony rolling his shoulder in visible resistance. The joint settles properly this time, but the damage is still there. At least it wasn't dislodged anymore. You're enjoying this a little too much. If I were, I wouldn't have fixed it. Then you hear a soft groan coming from another direction. How could you have forgotten about her? You quickly shift your attention to as Parma is trying to steady herself. She tries to straighten from the tree trunk, but her knees falter, making her stumble back to the same position as before. You swiftly kneel beside her in a heartbeat, checking her thin red deep cuts, stride-like cuts, stretched from her temples down to her cheekbone. Let me see. I'm fine. Just look dramatic. I didn't think I would getting a cold scar little too soon. You let out a dry chuckle, trying to go along with the joke. Can you see clearly? A little bit blurry on this side, but I can see. I only have a few Stanline watered and clean rag. Is that enough? I'll be fine. Help me get up, would ya? One of my legs. Alright, careful. Your arm slides around her, waist trying to balance both of you on uneven ground. She's heavier than she looks when she leans on you. Slowly, okay? Slowly. Her breath is warmth against your shoulder, and you feel her grip tighten as she tries to regain her balance. Then she pauses. Her hand lifts and brushes against her hair. Ooh. Wait. You feel it before you understand it. Her weight shifts, not falling back, just distracted. No, it was. Her fingers move quickly, now pattering in her ear, then up to her head, and then back again. It was right here. Come on? She doesn't answer you, not really. Eyes flickers down to the ground, mud leaves, dark patches of something that isn't just dirt. For a second, her grip on your shoulders tightens, just slightly, then she exhales. Never mind. You meet her eyes and offer a gentle, reassured smile. She returns one just quickly. Behind you, Alan finishing inspecting Sona's arm. Can you walk? Yeah. He takes one comfortable step forward, then his knees buckles. But the moment his weight shifts, his injured shoulder jerks, and he hisses through his teeth. Alan reacts instantly, catching the thwarting Sony in time. Alan slides his arm properly under Sony's good side, steadying him, and the way you are steadying him, Paimon. I heard that. You didn't. Paimon, let's co-support you properly. Don't make this worse by being stubborn. Are you my dad or something? Whatever. Sony glances briefly. Oh, oh my gosh, my shoulder. Sony glances briefly towards Pamela. You good? Well, I'm standing, ain't I? That's not what I asked. Acknowledge your little brother's love, would ya? Yeah, yeah. Asking if I'm good when you're the one who pushed me out of the way into a tree and getting more injured myself. Enough. If you collapsed out here, we don't have time to resource to deal with that. We're leaving now. When you stumble back with Paramount inside in the building, each of your heartbeats feels extremely painful in your chest. You are never used to this, seeing your friends being hurt and also directly hurting you. It's like you could feel their pain through yourself. Emergency! Uh, Liam! Your voice cracks. You didn't mean it for it. It sounds like desperate. Ben nearly coils with you and when he rushes inside. You lower Paramount onto the wooden bench, and your hands trembling against her shoulder. She gives you a faint, apologetic smile, as if she is the one inconveniencing you. What happened? Liam falls right behind you, already scanning Paramount's injuries like he is assessing territory. Holy shit! I will get water and clean cloth. Lenny, you should get the bucket. Roger? You step aside, your fingers still cold, like they're holding onto something after let go. You keep replaying it. It was supposed to be just another short trail while you all fixed the radio towers and everything went back to normal, like how last week have been. Follow the suite and Sonia Allen. Sodi's weight is leaning hard into him, boots dragging unevenly across the wooden floor. He guided slowly down, firmly and carefully lowering him onto the wooden bench. What happened out there? Threaded deer. Threaded deer? Is that possible? They weren't wandering. They were hunting too. Liam returns with the medkit, sliding across the table towards the first without thinking. What? Isn't that thing like ultra rare? The moment he snapped out of you of what situation you was in falling into. Right, do something. You make your way to Sony, dropping beside Alan without waiting to be told. Your that scared me somehow. Your finger flips. What? Your fingers flipped. The cast opening over the gauze and anesthetic and concentrate wrapped. I'll clean it. How the hair is still intact with these cuts? Some of this hair should have been cut off. It's you just got the cuts and then it's just like hair right there. Like the hair did not get slashed. The hair was saved. Al doesn't argue. He shifts it slightly, giving you access to Sony's arm while still keeping him steady. Your hands tremble for half a second before you press the clean gauze against the worst of it. Sony sucks in the breath through his teeth. Ow, okay, gentle. I'm being gentle. Alice's hand adjusted Sony's wrist, gently stabilizing your arm so you can do your work. Angle it down. You follow his instructions immediately. The saline runs clear at first, then pink, then red. Not really your favorite color. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, just do it. You wrap the bandages snug around your forearm, overlapping the clean layers over the deep lacerations. Now you got a cool bandage. You probably gonna have some cool scars, like you have on your face. Your fingers brushed against Alan's for a second when you reached for the tape. Neither of you comment on it. Do you two notice how dramatic you two are right now? Domestic? What? Alan releases his grip once she's sure the bandage is secured. Yeah, we have been married for 5 years and argue about groceries energy. You are the one who keeps arguing with him, though. Dot dot dot. Relax, I'm complimenting the teamwork. Lighten up, bud. What actually happened out there before we came? Sony exhales through his nose. His face frowns, having to recall what happened. We were halfway down the ridge, and the radio tower was in sight. It was oddly quiet. We could hear our breathing, you know. So I made a dumb joke about horror movies because that's what you do when it's too quiet. Then we heard it, the galloping. It didn't charge straight, it moved to the side. Like it knew we were going to move. You imagine along with the thought. It was quite scary just to think about it. Does it normally do that? No. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, I fired the flare. So yeah, without checking how many were present. Because one was already mid-lodge. Look, I don't have the luxury of hesitating. Who would have been responsible if she gets hurt? The government? You? Yes. If something happens under my watch, I am responsible. Which is why you do not extend blind. You draw the attention of one, you risk provoking the rest. Your flare gun forces movement. It is an emergency. What the hell else am I supposed to do then? How would I even get the hell out of that situation without using the damn flare gun? You want me to calculate angles while something is sprinting towards us? You want me to pause politely and scare the perimeter while Carl is about to get galloped? You talk like there's always time, like everything can be controlled if we just follow the damn manual close enough. You feel yourself getting goosebumps from his voice. It makes you taken back to how mad Sony is right now. You weren't the one standing in front of it. You weren't the one hearing it split great rails under its hooves. You think I liked reacting? You think I don't know how it would have gotten worse? Everything went quiet around the three of you for a long while, the kind that feels stretched too tight before Alan lets out a long exhale. Leadership is not about emotion. It is about control. And if you lose control every time something lunges at you, then you become the second hazard in the situation. Second hazard? Yes. Because if your impulse doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone standing near you. You don't get to decide in a panic what risk everyone else has to take. And you don't get to act like you have done better from the distance. Wasn't we getting charged that one? And he handled it? I said, you're done. This isn't. Whoa, I didn't. This isn't about. This isn't. This is not a playground. Son pickers. I saw something that was cut off. All. Oh, we said all. If you're still goofing around like a livery who can't tell when to stop, you can leave. I need some time to cool off. Sam. You don't know why, but the silence that filled the room now is unraveling, and you're really outgoing to follow after him right now. You're painfully aware of your own breathing. Ben avoids looking at anyone. Lim rubs the back of his neck, muttering under his breath. Pama exhales slowly, leaning back and resting on the edge of the table. Sonny doesn't move at first. His eyes stayed fixed on the table. The Bravo from earlier drains away from pieces. He takes everything too damn personally. He fixes his bandage on his arms before awkwardly glances at you, almost in a shy glaze. Man, I'm bad at this. Go after him. He's probably on the porch. I tell him that I'll do it again. Well, isn't that convenient? You're expected to go after him. He meant to say he physically can't apologize. Yeah, apologize or whatever. He scratches the back of his neck, and then the uninjured hands glazed and darted away, proudly worn visible with something softer. I'm not saying I was wrong. I'm saying that he looks like he's the one who's about to implode. Don't let him think I was being reckless. I know I knew what I was aiming at. Of course I do. Dang, I can't take back my statement earlier because I did call you reckless. The door closes softly behind you, the stutter muffled by the hush of night. The air outside is crisp, carrying the faint scent of rain-soaked earth and pine from earlier that day. What's up? Alan stands near the wooden rails, one hand gripping wood, the other resting on the front. I knew you would come. You wonder what it would be like to reach out and rest your hand over his and share the weight of he's carrying, even if he's just for a moment. He finally exhales, still not looking at you. Say it. Whatever you're about to say. Alright. You didn't have to snap like that. You did the right thing. It could have been worse. Um, you know what? I don't know. I think there was. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm doing the right thing. Not in the is actually kind of way too. I calculate the outcomes, risk, consequences. If I let things slide, then someone gets hurt. If I intervene, then someone gets upset. I can deal with being disliked, but what I can't deal with is being irresponsible. But sometimes I wonder if the delivery runs the irritation. If the way I say things make them heavier than they need to be, my face doesn't respond the way it should. What do you mean? Expressions. They don't come naturally. I think them, I feel them, but they don't show. I've been told I look angry or bored or like I'm judging people. Most of the time I'm not. It's frustrating when people assume you don't care because your face won't cooperate. Does it bother you? More than it should. You study him and the tension around his eyes, the way his brow softens when he looks at you. That's strange. What is? Because you're not stiff right now. I'm not. You shake your head, a small smile tugging at your lips. Your eyes are softened when you talk, and just now, you frowned a little. Ooh, silent. Ah. He goes very still. I didn't mean to. You don't have to mean to. Silence stretched between you, but it seems to be most comfortable whenever. Alan looks away again, but this time his ears are red. It happens sometimes. When you're around, I don't know why. My body just stops speaking on guard. If I look different around you, it's because I'm trying. It's because I forget to. Then I'm glad I'm here. For a moment, the tension eases. Your shared silence stick with the things unspoken but understood. You weren't sure if your words has helped, but you hope they did. Though Pamela's voice slices through the tension, a brittle, cheerful stretching too thin. Okay, that's enough of that. You two done with the therapy session yet? We're not ending today like this. She touches both of your shoulders firmly, limb bounds beside her. He's already smiling eagerly to move on. I'm proposing a bonfire. It's Wendy's welcoming, technically. A bit late, but we're doing it proper this time. So, what do you say, boss? Anna glares at them. It's clear not the smartest idea to do, an activity right now after an attack. But he's calm enough to consider it. You could also hear him listening everything that could go wrong. And yet Alan nods, letting out another heavy sigh, earning a cheers from the trio and the small knowing headshake from Ben. Like he stopped trying to rein the three of them in a long time ago. But we'll keep it contained. Are you sure, guys? I mean, I'm fine with both having it or not. What is this, dummy? It's for us too, isn't it? Okay. Interesting concept, but you didn't need to call me a dummy for that though. Sorry. Ooh. Yeah, right. You feel a bit selfish now thinking about it. So you might be fine with um so maybe it's fine after all, if Alan says so. I knew, Alice. I promise I won't act reckless anymore. Thank you for the night. I would believe you if you haven't been saying that every time you did something too reckless. Stupid is fine. Hey, don't start the fire with a fight. Okay, damn it. I feel bad already, G. Uh. The bonfire comes together faster than expected. Sonny handles the wood like it's second nature. Pile organized seating firm and effortless assigning places with the authority no one questions. And someone proceeds to potato from the crate, produces potatoes from the crate that definitely wasn't labeled for mowing purposes. Oh, it's a little too dark for my liking. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. When the fire finally catches, it crackles loudly and brightly, sparks lifting into the darkened sky. I don't like this. You see how dark it is? I don't like it. For the first time. Oh, okay, wait. Let me wait for the audio to go away if it can. Will the audio go away? I think. No, it's not going away. For the first time since the attack, the cold in your chest loosens. Everything seems to go back to the way it was. Wow, look at us. Near death experience at noon, camp counselors by night. Character development. Turn the potatoes before I turn you. Ben sits close enough to the warmth of his glasses fog slightly. He keeps glancing towards the tree line out of habit. Sarcastically speaking, Camaro fires reduces stretch hormones by Benny. Oh, no numbers. Yeah. Leave him alone. You find yourself watching the flames, recalling everything that happened today. It was eventful for you and also different. The attack earlier feels distant, unreal, like something that happened to another version of you. The firelight paints everyone everyone gold and shadowed. Okay. The forest beyond remains dark and less suffocating. Oh gosh, I got so scared for a second. Alright, time for the tradition. She reaches into one of the supply screens and pulls out a small bundle of paper, making you raise your elbows. I thought I escaped the paper for the day. Either this is for something really wholesome or I'm writing my will. Sure, if you want to die embarrassed. What? What tradition? We have never done this. We used to do it when we were kids. Why don't we apply it here? Right. The therapeutical thing. Okay, interesting. Ooh. Is this like some form of symbolic processing, a coping ritual, or sorry, that's probably sound critical. It's burning things so they stop living in your head. She passes you a small square of paper and pen. Fear, regret, or whatever, something you want gone, write that down. Write that thing down. You look back at the paper. Okay. What do you want gone? That, okay. That I couldn't do anything. The people I already lost. Things I think that I don't belong here. I want to write this one. The pen digs into harder than you mean it to. You think pair of blood slipping between her fingers, and your hand just stops. You want the uselessness gone, all of it. You feel a small sense of relief after writing it down. You look at the piece of paper that you have written, and it feels actually light, like whatever you write down weight enough to matters. You look over to your left, where Liam immediately hunches over shielding it dramatically. Privacy's essence to the artistic process. You can't even spell essential. Shut up. You glance to your right. Alan haven't said anything, but he has already finished writing his. He noticed your gaze, but he doesn't seem to mind or care. He just doesn't shield the paper either. Everyone done? We are doing it together on 3. Why does this suddenly feel ritualistic? 1, 2, 3. 6 hands move forward at once, releasing the thin square of paper into the heat of the fire. For a split second, they hover mildly suspended in the orange glow before the flames rise eagerly to claim them. The paper darkens almost immediately, the edges curling inward, ink lines bleeding and distorting as the heat begins to erase what was written. You watch for the first time. It's blackened like the others, but it seems like Alan is catching the flames differently. You catch a glimpse of it for a second. The paper collapsed inward, completely breaking apart into ash. Farrell exhales loudly, clasping your hands together, once as if smelling a lingering quiet. Alright, now for our emotional purification is complete. We are absolutely not preparing, though. Yeah, speak for yourself. Before the atmosphere can sink too deeply to wherever the moment has become, Parrot turns toward one of the supply crates and rummaging through the suspicion with enthusiasm. That grin always means trouble. You especially don't have to say in it, Sonny. She pulls out a small wooden box and flips it open with dramatically flair. The scent hits you before it does. Wild in a way that feels slightly untamed. And it's Pharaoh age time? Not again. Nah, you and Liam never tried it. Trust me, you two will love it. Maybe one for Winnie. Still a no. I hate alcohol. Yuck. I'm sticking to the burnt potatoes tonight. I thought we shouldn't eat or drink anything from around here. Isn't it risky and against protocols? Hun, we had these since forever. Tiny amounts at a time. It's fine. Besides, we got the vaccines backing us up all good. Technically, the vaccines are reducing the expression risk under the moderate intake conditions, assuming. Shut it, Benny boy, or I'll force a glass down your throat. Damn! Sorry. Honestly, it feels like a reason you want to get drunk. Why not? After all of this, right? The same as what, Allie? Thank you. You're welcome. Your jaw tightens when he casually agrees to drink. Him out of all people. what was the earlier drama? Or was he just trying to fit in the current mood, like he forgot about the bad stuff and just enjoy things? You just didn't think he would be the one drinking out of everyone here. The more you learn. After Perrin pours a exotic liquor, he takes the glass and she offers without hesitation. Look at that! Even Captain's in. See if all you can see if he can do it, so you can. Another glass she pours exertly towards you now. Peer pressure blinds character. You unconsciously glances to Alan again. Dot dot dot. Your tolerance. Uh, let's drink it. It's just one, okay? That's the spirit! She quickly shoves a glass full to brim with liquor into your hands. You take one last deep breath and swallow it all in one good go, earning a cheer. It tastes like fruit punch. Surprisingly, you intentionally thought wouldn't hit that bad. Well, it didn't take long for it suddenly slam into you like that. Please. You respond with, "Is this is strong?" Do I want to say strong or it's nothing? I don't know what to say. Um, you know what? Let's keep joking around. I'm like, actually, me in this situation will purposely say it's nothing, and I'm coughing. Nothing. He leans closer, inspecting your face, like he's evaluating suspicion protocol. You look like a tomato. I agree, a very brave red tomato. Let her breathe. I don't think Winnie's supposed to be that color. Yes, probably. I'm deep red? Oh my goodness. You laugh. You think that you do, but the second feels delayed, like your body is catching up to your mind. Everyone would have believed you if you told them that this is your first time drinking. Okay, I couldn't be a little bit experienced, like I already had one cup before. Ah, you feel almost cheated, like, why haven't you tried this before? Your joyous energy and laughter catches everyone off guard. You look carefree and relaxed, unlike what you have been for the last weeks. Oh wow, wasted completely. One drink I'm wasted is crazy! One drink I'm gone. I've never touched alcohol again in this character. Absolutely gone, that's crazy. Mama waves a hand dismissively before taking another sip of her own drink. Finally, Winnie is relaxing for once. Well, that's a lot of relaxing. Ben looks mildly concerned, but there's a hint of amusement in his voice as he watches you. Are you okay? You nodded immediately, maybe a little too immediately. Mm-hmm. If you say so. The moment makes the world tilt slightly to the left. You blink at the campfire as it personally betrayed you. So, why is the fire moving? I mean, it's called flames. Don't bully her. Hey, how many fingers am I holding up? Yo, he squinted at his hand. Did he always have this many fingers? 7? Sorry, I don't know. You lean forward slightly, resting your elbows on your knees. Your limbs feel loose, light, almost floaty. The warmth of the fire feels really nice. Really, really nice. You should probably stand up. You're not sure why, it seems important. You push yourself to your feet. The ground shifts a little under you. Oh, there it is. Oh, there. You take one step forward. Grab me! Wanna walk on the fire! The second one is questionable. Can someone grab me? I'll walk in the fire! You sway slightly. You also suddenly had a strong urge to say something very important. I think I was going to, when Alan's voice cuts through, the noise like a clean line through fog. You haven't even noticed him. He's standing just behind the edge of the firelight, his expression calm and sharp as his eyes settle on you. For a moment, no one else speaks. You blink at him. Oh. Alan! You smiled at him a little too brightly. You're too blurred to even see anyone else's face clearly. You're done for tonight. going back in the house. It's like this is like a parent telling you, like your child's acting up outside, they playing outside, and he's like, nah, you're done for today. Go back in the house. Like, hey, we haven't even begun the real thing yet. Let her stay. Come on. You can't just kidnap her. But I think Alan might be right. Yeah. Alan doesn't even look at them. His attention remains entirely on you as he steadies your balance. Cabin, now. But the fire is nice. You're overheating. His hands is already on your elbow. You don't remember when he got that close. No way, I'm not weak. Alan's hand steadies your arm as he guides you away from the fire. Whoa! He's actually ignoring us! Cold, heartless, rude. Okay, first of all, how far did we walk away from the cabin? We couldn't have this campfire a little closer? The warmth of the warmth The warmth from the flames fades quickly once you step begin the circle of light. Behind you the others' voices blur together with the crackling fire and the choice of insects in the forest. You let him lead you out, your feet shuffling slightly on the dirt path. You don't realize how unsteady you were until the path evens out beneath your feet. Alan, you're very tall like a giraffe. I only saw them on TV, but they are all. You trail off, losing track of what you were trying to say halfway through. You mean you imagine he was smiling at that. It was so impulsive of you to say. He's blushing. And yet, strangely enough, it makes you feel relieved. Thank you. His hands are cold against your skin. Colder than it should be, maybe. Home at last! Stumbling back towards the cabin or your dorm, you barely make it to the door frame before you feel yourself free falling. You shouldn't have been so stubborn about needing Alan to steady you. You wonder how many of these three, especially Alan, can handle such a strong, a normal drink. But the strong pair of arms supporting you the moment you feel it. Your eyes have never been this blurry. Is this what they drank here, or are you just a lightweight? I think I think it's both. You're not sure, but but you are sure that you never felt so tired before. Alan, I told you I don't recommend talking that much. I thought I didn't take that much. Words slurred together embarrassingly. You tried to laugh it off, but your knees buckled again. I'll be fine. Just left, right, left, right. You don't even get to finish your sentence before the world goes completely black. Your body thinks it's free falling, but Alan catches you in time. He slips one arm under your knees, and braces the other one behind your back, lifting you easily as if gravity doesn't exist. Out cold. He pauses outside your door. Not that you or anyone will ever know how he's holding himself back, now that he finally has you in his arms. He wants to blame the difference, but he's far too aware that he's never been because of them. Not now that he's finally learned how to form expressions properly. Not what? Not now that he has finally tangled in the threads he doesn't want to escape. Oh, what? Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay. I can't help but think it has begun. But I also have to remember that I always been immune after all. Oh. 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 So wait, he can so he's immune to whatever the animals and the fruit has. With you in his arms, he stretches across the hallway back to yours and Ben's room. As soon as he opens the door, he heads straight for the bottom bunk, which is yours. Or so I told myself. Immunity only means exposure, though, doesn't it? That scared me. He slowly lays you down, drawing the blanket over your unconscious body with gentleness no one else ever seen from him. He tucks the edges around your shoulders, smoothing it out, folding it that wasn't even crooked. Your head rolls slightly to the side from the moment, but it lands perfectly on the pillow. You don't stir in the slightest. Nothing but the faint rhythm of your breathing. You look so fragile. Glass would suit you, keeping you away from this cruel world. Your hair is falling across your face, uneven strands brushing your cheek, your eyelashes. Without thinking, he reached out, his fingers hover first, then gently move the strands away. You don't have to prove anything. His fingers move again, stroking your hair almost affectionately. You never had to. I don't like this. Not the drink, not the way you collapsed, not the way I felt catching you. What? You hate me if you heard all of it. What is happening? Good thing you won't. So rest well, my antidote. Oh, tomorrow will be better. I promise. Oh, let me save real quick. Okay. Oh, okay. We got through something. 40, did that say $41 at the bottom? Day two! Yay! Day two, guys! Day two! I don't know how many days is out. Okay. Yay, guys! Round of applause! Round of applause, everybody! Round of applause! We made it to day two. Day two of Rooney. Alright, we're gonna save, though. Save. Uh, my entire body's aching. Did I wake up late again? If this is... Shut up, birdies! If this is my bed, this is lovely. You looked around expecting at least the pressure of your roommate after last night, but there's no one. An unraveled emptiness filled the room instead. Is it only me back at the cabin? I better go check the others' rooms first. You quickly get dressed in your uniform before stepping out into the hallway. Your arms ache where the vaccine went in last night, a dull, deep throb that hasn't faded away. It should have. Wait, did I get the vaccine last time? I don't remember. I don't remember getting the vaccine. The first thing you think to do is check Alan and Leon's room. You approach and knock a few times before excusing yourself to open it. Alan? But it's empty. Great. Where is everyone? You ponder for a brief second before taking another chance on Pamya and Sonny's room. You do the same, a few knocks. You wait patiently for a response, only to receive nothing. You glance down the hall, half hoping someone else might appear and make their discussion for you. Please excuse me. Your hand hovers over the doorknob for a second too long. You open the door. What? Pamela? What? What's happening? What? Sonny? I don't know how to say it, so I'm sorry. But what? No, wait. What's this? Oh, okay. We got this. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of reading. A lot of reading. Plant. Animals. Threaded deer classified to bracelet-oriented deer species unspecified. Threaded deer responsible for shreds of their overall shapes of movement throughout their structure, appearing inertial upon close observation. Limbs are connected and many appear to loose and grind. Their most recognizable feature of antlers, while the similar in the form of ballast specimens, they exhibit a thread-like texture and semi-sculpture. The sculpture has been observed to separate from the main body, detached and relinely smoothly appear, capable of being used during intervits. Due to a limited number of coinciding individuals, such as full behavior patterns remain unclear. None documented case details outcome of the decision. It seems like this page has been deliberately torn off. Oh. So we got no information. Chewers. Yeah, so chewers are small mice organisms constantly found in the actual lower activity environments. They are known to feed on processed materials, paper, metallic tapes, and so okay. So we know these. And Cambon needs one. Oh, look at that. Alright. Hmm. Okay. We got 4 of his. There's 2 more. What? Girl, I want to. That's so funny. He has no hair. I just realized what you have. You got nothing, boy. It's just a stamp. Stamp boy, my bubby. My buddy. And he got, okay, his is a little trashy. Little decorations, like his necklace. But I had that. We got his glasses, his scarf. It's so cute. We got none of yours. I'm so sorry. What happened here? His face is blocked. Did he get killed? Screwdriver and stuff. I think he died. How about you, girly? Got the same stuff, girly pop? That's... Oh, I like this game. I really do. Wow. Shoot. Mind the Gap might have to be running for its place for the top of my favorites. But hey, this one might... This probably... I'm gonna probably go to the second. But, yeah. That was Record of the GrayPine. And so far what I saw, I like it. I like the characters. I like the story that's being built so far. I kind of wish we got to see the deer in real time, but obviously it's the first couple of days. It's the first day. We're not probably gonna see everything yet. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to see where this goes. This looked amazing. Like, oh shoot. And also the dialogue here too. This like looks amazing. And I'm actually quite excited. So, I'm going to keep my this until like if we do get an ending, I'll quickly go back. But for right now, I'm gonna pause it here, and I hope you guys enjoy. And if you guys want to recommend more any other games, I would totally do that and play it. Wow, I, oof, I don't know. I like this game. So I hope I'm gonna make sure to keep posting if there's any updates about this game. So hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Love all of you. Mwah, mwah. And also join my empire if you want to. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you guys and my recording. Ooh, this is so good. So good.